Hello, I'm Dimitri and it's my personal review of IDoodle, and oh boy, do I have a lot to say. This video includes my personal review and criticism of IDoodle as a company, so if you're wondering where not to buy from them, I'm pretty sure the title of this video answers that question. I just feel like this company needs to be called out for how lazy they're getting with their plushies. Even if I'm not exactly a huge creator, like the overwhelming amount of good reviews they seem to have from their past work is not an example of how they are in current time. With that said, let's begin. I ordered from IDoodle on December 25th of last year and received pictures of my plushie Paxton, a very dear OC of mine, on February 13th. Now I just want you to spot the mistakes real quick, because according to their email, my plushie was made according to my reference. Yeah, I think it's obvious what the big one is. It's his hair in general and also the backwards ears? There are actually a ton of color mistakes on this plushie, which just a few are the darker tint on everything on his body, including his skin tone and the color of his coat being much lighter than it actually is on the reference. But these are just pet peeves. Anyways, at first, I was hopeful about this plushie. I just heard from other good reviews that they would fix any mistakes they made in your plushie for free. This is definitely not foreshadowing. But quick, I wanted to say, between the time of me waiting for pictures, I've gotten to see people talking about a main problem with IDoodle, and that was quality control. I'll include this discussion later after my story, but keep this in mind. I sent IDoodle a few emails telling them about the mistakes I would like them to fix. The reason I didn't send one big email was because I was noticing the mistakes as I was staring at him, and you can't edit emails on Gmail, so this is where it really started. Next day, I checked my email and they responded, "Great! They're probably agreeing to fix the mistakes about my plushie." No, Aura was there to inform me that the plushie I spent $147 on was made just like my reference, and that they had to think of the materials. What did you guys do with the $147 I paid you? I paid you to actually make the plushie like a reference, to make his hair one big piece and 500 color mistakes. The audacity to send my old reference back to me and act like this looks like that? Anyways, I obviously responded annoyed and not about to take this bull. Send them a pattern of his hair and point out how they could print this pattern on the back of his head, but not the front? You could definitely see how frustrated I am immediately getting in the beginning of this thing. Make it very clear that it is a mistake and they need to fix it, and I give them examples of how they could fix it. The anger is that this car person was trying to deny fixing his ears too. Easiest fix in the world, just literally cut them off, flip them around. A little off topic, but during a call with my friend where I was just ranting about how angry I was, they were denying me help. They had made an edited version of the blush that fixed every mistake that IDoodle had done. That just made me cry, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure everyone would be upset about their OC being disrespected like this, but anyways, next segment. This part is short since it lasted only a week and then some. I have no idea what happened in this time, but I have a tinfoil hat theory. This car person was absolutely taken off my case or something like that and replaced with something else. Saying how when they finally responded, it was very obvious this wasn't the same person. I actually kind of think that if maybe I haven't kept responding and asking where they were, I might have been ghosted. I say this because I've seen multiple people in either comment sections or on Reddit talking about how IDoodle never gave them their plushies and instead took their money and ran. That's so nice, guys. Oh my god. Take this with a grain of salt, because I'm not sure how true these are, but it's certainly not shocking to me, seeing how cheap this company is. So, after a week of waiting, I finally got a response from someone who actually seemed intent on fixing my plushie. I don't really mind how much they were asking about what I needed, which was certainly a lot better than being brushed off. Cora. I finally received pictures of my fixed plushie on March 3rd, and here he is. I definitely still have my issues with it. But at this point, I was so tired, I didn't want to argue over small things. After all, they had fixed the 3 big issues I had with him. Even so, they still didn't include the black stripes in his hair, and they made it in such an awkward way, but it is like the reference, I guess. I don't want to shame anyone from buying from IDoodle. After all, it's probably the easiest option, but I would much prefer to order from a small artist who is more likely to put as much love and care for my character as I would, instead of just a company who is very well known for cutting corners with people's plushies. An example was Candy Hearts' video on TikTok, where their plushie is a way lower quality than a plushie they had ordered when IDoodle was less popular. Many of the things that happened with Candy Hearts' plush happened with others and even mine. I heavily agree with the comment about how IDoodle seems to be making plushies in the fastest and cheapest way possible unless they are forced not to, which is exactly what happened to me. I tried to make it one big piece of hair until I forced them to fix it. They were even using less stuffing? It's a proof that they were trying to make things as cheap as possible, then I don't know what is. What makes me angrier is that Candy Hearts didn't even receive a full refund. Only a 10% one for a plushie they completely messed up. It's just one example of the quality before they were popular and their popularity now. It's the quality you will get if you order from them today, which, yeah, no, don't. You love to ignore details on your reference in favor of adding things you never wanted, like how they did with Paxton's hair and the plushie that Candy Hearts had. They specified how they didn't want it like that, but no, they still got it like that, unfortunately. I don't think I have to go into any more detail about how they've ignored details on Candy Hearts' plushie and mine. Overall, IDoodle needs to wake up and realize their worth as a company comes from how well they make people's plushies. People regarded them as better than Budsies and the best option for a custom plush of Euro C that was affordable. Now they have fallen down so hard from grace that at this point, I would not recommend buying from them. You can, and I would never shame you, but like I said, I still don't recommend them for anyone looking for a plushie of Euro C. This isn't quite how I plan to do a voice reveal. Maybe I'll do more content with my voice in it. That depends on if I get any more video ideas. Yeah, I may be pretty annoyed that Candy Hearts' video was the only one actually addressing how IDoodle has been getting lazy with the quality of their plushes recently. And I was not about to shut up and let it pass me by after they fixed my plushie. Maybe I could have if they had immediately agreed on fixing it, but no, they had the drug to sell. Regardless, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Smash that like button. Oh yeah. I'll see you in the next one.